Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything, because I do have notes here, and I'm not looking at them at all. I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my... Hi guys, it's Larissa. I'm in Rose's room right now using Rose's phone, so if you hear her in the background shuffling through things because she's cleaning her room, just ignore it. Okay, so I have a story time for you guys, and I know it's not a normal posting day, and it's not a normal post because I'm not doing a vlog. But I lost my phone the other day, like 2 weeks ago. I lost my phone in the river, and a whole story along with me losing my phone in the river, and I'm just gonna tell it. Say hi, Rose. I was in this Snapchat group, and we were planning on going to float the river. We met at my friend Lexi's house, and we needed 2 cars because we had like 9 people, and we obviously weren't gonna fit 9 people in one car, so we needed 2 cars, and my car had like no gas. So warning sign number 1, why I shouldn't have went, but I did. We were going an hour out of the way into Idaho, and I had no gas, and so we ran out of gas like halfway there, and so we needed to stop and get gas, and my sister had to give me money because I had no money, so that was why I shouldn't have gone number 1. And then, we were driving, and we were on the freeway going like 70, and all of a sudden, the person in front of me stomped on their brakes, and so I had to stomp on my brakes and go sideways, because if I didn't go sideways, I would have totally ran into them. And I went sideways and almost hit a car that was on the side, and so I almost hit 2 different cars, so warning sign number 2, why I shouldn't have gone, like but I still went. Well, I guess it'd be 3 if you count both cars, but get out of my life. I'm just kidding. Okay, so then I found out when we were at the gas station that both of my brake lights are out, and I totally thought that only one of them were out, but now both of them are out. So warning sign number 3, or 4 if you're Rose. So there was just warning signs after warning signs after warning signs why I shouldn't have gone, but I still went. And now we get to the place, we blow up all of our tubes, we get everything ready, and everything's going okay. So then we get into the water and we realize that we forgot rope, which is number 5 or 4 of why we shouldn't have gone. And we went, and what we did is we all just held on to each other's tubes. And it was going good. We were floating like an hour in, maybe an hour and a half, and we were floating. Everything was going good, and it was fun, and, you know. One of my friends can't swim, and she was on the tube with us, and I know, like, there's gonna be so many questions, like, why didn't she have a life vest? Why didn't all this happen? Like, nothing makes sense in the story, and it was just a dumb thing. Everything was dumb, and it all went wrong. So, she can't swim, and she fell off the tube into some rapids, and it was so scary. Like, we just saw her go under and then up, and like she couldn't breathe, and she was screaming, and we all jumped off really fast and got her, obviously. Like, she wasn't gonna drown because there was 8 other people there ready to just jump off and save her life. So we got her, and she was upset, and it was just kind of like really tense for 15 minutes, and then she, you know, was okay again. Everything was good, and the trip was going good again. And then one of my friends had to get off and go pee, so then he got off, went pee, and then 2 other floaties stayed with him, and then we had no control. Like, the river was taking us. The rest of the people that didn't stop for him to go to the bathroom, we just kept floating, and we didn't mean to. It was uncontrolled because we were on floaties and in a river. So we were just going, and we're like, well, we're gonna go, guys, we have no option. So then, like, maybe 100 feet away from them, we hit a tree. So me and 3 other people I was with on the tube, I was on my own tube, and then they were all on a mattress, and we hit a tree. And we had this cooler full of food and then also our belongings, so like our phones and our keys and everything that we shouldn't have brought with us, but we did. And we hit a tree. We all fell off of our floats, and then And then we looked back and we saw that the cooler was upside down in the water. And this is where you might be asking yourself, Larissa, why did you bring your phone and your keys on the way on a rafting trip? And I don't know. I have no idea why I did that. So we were looking around in the water, looking for all of our bags, all of our stuff that has 4 phones, 2 or actually I don't know if there was a wallet in it, 2 set of keys, you know, just things that we brought that we shouldn't have. And I ran up onto the shore and I like ran through these weeds for like 100 feet, and it was painful, and I'm courageous, it's whatever. And so we were so I ran through it, and it was very painful, and there was these yellow weeds that like cut my foot pretty bad, but I jumped into the water and I floated down for like 100 feet to see if I could find anything, and I couldn't. And so we lost everything. We kind of accepted that fate that we lost everything. It sucks that we lost our phones. We lost 4 different phones, 2 iPhone 7s and 2 iPhone 6s, and that sucked. But the worst thing is the 2 people that were driving both brought their keys, which was stupid. I know. Yell at me in the comments, I don't know. But we brought our keys, and we both lost our keys, so we were stranded. We had nothing, like, no way to get home, an hour away from where we live, somewhere in Idaho. And we had no way of getting home. So we ran to this house that was near the river, and they were the nicest people ever. This is like a huge turnaround because like we were having an awful day, everything was going wrong, but we ran into the coolest people ever, guys. I can't stress that enough. They were so cool. They like they gave us towels and shirts because all we were in was swimsuits and like cold, you know, yeah.
Cold.
And so we were only in swimsuits and everything sucked, and so they gave us like shirts and shoes and everything that we needed. They even gave us this really nice sleeping bag that he let us keep, and I use it for camping now. Like, I've been camping with it twice already, and it's awesome. Heath, if you're out there, I love you, man. Contact me on any of my social medias below. Also, Heath, the guy, he piled us all in his truck, and he gave us a ride to the closest gas station, and so we had like a blanket and we had shirts on, and he also gave us $20 for food, which was so cool. Like, he's the coolest person ever. Then we went to the gas station, and we were in the gas station for like an hour, and then we talked to the lady, and we told her what was going on, and she said like if we wanted we could have any of the hot foods and the hot drinks for free. Like, she let us have any of the hot food and drinks. So Idaho is awesome, guys. Totally expected it to be not as cool as it was. The lady was awesome. The people we ran into was awesome. That was super dope. But we waited in the gas station for like 3 hours minimum. It was a long time. We just sat in a gas station and freezing, and yeah, it just sucked. And we waited for my mom to come and bring me a spare key so that we could at least grab my car. And so we grabbed my car, and my mom took some people. The other person who lost his keys lost a fob with his keys, so it was like easily a couple $100, and so he had to like drop a couple $100 for the keys and for the phone because he also lost his phone. And yeah, it was awful. And I still don't have a phone, guys. Okay. So I still have a phone. I'm using Rose's phone to record this right now because she's such a kind soul. I'm patiently waiting to get a phone back to start vlogging again. Oh, and what also sucks about losing my phone is I also lost all of my vlog footage, and I had so much because I was trying to get back into it. I had like footage of me at a cemetery. We like snuck into a cemetery, and it was really cool. And
oh, that's way cool.
yeah, and I have no proof of it happening because I lost all of my footage, and so you guys just gotta be patient with me because I don't know if I will or when I'll be getting a phone, and so I can't vlog without a phone, obviously. I've been trying since I've lost it, but I don't know when the next time I'll be able to post after this is. But I'll try, and that's all that matters. I love you guys. Subscribe, like, I don't know, do whatever you gotta do. Bye, guys. Thanks for keeping up with me. Love you.
We make love on the pretty lights, LSD.